Okay, yay! I tried so hard to get this done. I was about to use Safari on my laptop, and then it was like, you need Chrome to do this. So that's why there was like a 5 or 10 minute delay. Anyway, if you're watching this, whether it's live or whether it's being played back, today is April 15th, and it is the 11-year anniversary of whenever Scream 4 was released in theaters. It's playing in the background, actually. I should turn my volume down a little bit. And I can't believe it's been 11 years. I was 13 years old whenever it came out. And so I'm 24 now. And it's just insane to me to think that, like, so much time has passed. This will be one of my very few times of watching Scream 4 since Scream 5 has come out. And I just love the way that it fits in perfectly with the franchise. And I thought that that movie was a very great, like, addition. Um, Anyway, this is my shirt. I don't know if you can see it or not. It is Scream themed, and I figured would be perfect today. Also, there's this like Scream blanket that I have that I'm gonna be sitting on for the background. It's super soft, super comfortable. I got that for Christmas. But yeah, what's going on is that I'm just gonna be watching the movie because I love giving my commentary on it. Every year, something changes because you go through something, and something pretty significant has happened since the last time I did this a year ago. So I don't know if I plan to do this every year, but so far it just happens to be that way. Um, I remember also getting this on DVD like on October 4th, the same year that it came out. I definitely vividly remember everything around this era whenever it was coming out, and I had a like love like fantastic like huge crush on Emma Roberts at the time, and I would have seen anything that she was in, and I thought she was gonna, like, I don't know, I don't want to say anything. All right, but in case you are planning on watching this with me or watching it back, I'm just now about to start the movie. I have it pointed at my, well, I'm about to. I have it playing. I said pointed. I have it playing on my TV. Some other cool things I have. Obviously this. But like, let's see here. These box sets are so cool. They're like limited edition of Scream. I keep like the fourth movie with it. Oh my goodness, an Instagram DM for me. This is my movie board. I put on like all of the things that I'm watching. And let me check this DM. Let's see what that's about. Let's see. It's a Facebook notification. I thought someone wanted to talk to me. Yay. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this video. Oh, my hair is a mess. You'll have to forgive me. I need a haircut. It's everywhere. Like tuck it back behind my ears. But I'm ready to watch this. It's one of my favorite incarnations of Sydney. I just remember the premiere and everybody being everybody wanted Sydney back. Like, I don't consider the original trilogy as just a thing. Like, this really feels like Sydney's next chapter. First one is when she's a 17-year-old girl. The second one is whenever she's in college and she's a little bit older, like maybe in her early 20s. And then the third one is when she's dealing with all the trauma and she's like around probably my age, like 24 or 5 or something. And then everything just goes away for 10 years and you think, she probably just moved on with her life. Maybe that was a rough period or whatever. And so the fact that this one is so Sydney centric, and I can't even believe people don't think that, is so important to me because it really is what she would be like as an adult. That's my biggest thing is that Scream 1 is great and it's my favorite film ever, probably. But in the first one, she has like the greatest chase scene ever, and that's perfect for that. But it's a chase scene, and it's because she's just been met with the circumstances, and she's being forced to do these things. And she just kind of runs a lot and gets held at knife point in a kitchen. And same with like 2 and 3, and then in 4, she starts trying to be really good about things, and she fights back a lot. But at the end, she gets stabbed a bunch of times and gets taken out pretty quick. And even at the hospital, she kicks ass. But it was the fifth one where she shows up with the gun. Like, that's why I really love the ending of Scream 5, is because that's the first time where she's like a woman. She's like fighting. Like she's just she's just a teenager in the first one. But anyway, neither of those movies have to do with this one. That's not true. The 1, 4, and 5, I'm sure as everybody knows, are the only ones that take place in Woodsboro. I love that. Um, they're my favorite 3 of the franchise. I would totally not be mad if Scream 6 took place in Woodsboro. I think it would be great. What if Sydney like bought Stu's house and like not maybe not lives there, but like tries so bad to like keep it private, and she's like, no, no more of this, no more of that, shut it down. Or what if some like fan person buys Stu's house and then like turns it into some sort of like Airbnb stay thing, but like playing your own scream party or stab party? I'd watch it. Anyway, speaking of watching things, we should get right into this. Okay, 11 years ago, I was 13, sitting in the theater with my grandpa, and we were watching this, and it was so perfect. He is so funny. The opening title started, and he was like, ah, and screamed in the theater and embarrassed me in front of everybody. And it was literally just these Dimension film logo thing. I wouldn't trade that for the world, though. He's awesome. I love him. Let's see. Lucy Hale, I think she's so cute. Like, I love that she was in this. I totally thought this was the opening. I mean, it is the opening. But I totally bought into the fact that this was it. I was like, wow, I've waited all this time. This is the opening of the 4th movie. Like, this is it. These are the girls. I've waited years to meet them. And, well, before I jump the gun, we'll wait for that part. I like pillows. Where's my pillow? I just got a goldfish pillow. I love it. It opens up. And there are little goldfish inside. Is that childish? Is that ridiculous? I don't care. I had a bad childhood. So, like, I love things that are comfortable. My house is full of big beds and big couches and giant pillows and stuffed animals everywhere. I love my house. Oh my God. And just the score of this and the fact that it keeps ringing like the first one. But it's also different, which is why 5 is crazy that it's like a remake. I don't know how to explain it. They are both so different and yet necessary, I think. See, everybody laughed at that part in the theaters. It's your next victim. Who's this? Last person, like, I'm the last person that you're ever going to see that's alive. Like, if she's dying, of course, Ghostface is the last living person she's going to see. But does he also probably mean the last person you're ever going to see alive? Meaning, like, I'm the last person you're going to see while you're alive. So it's like, I mean, obviously, it's one of those ways, the correct one. But, like, I just thought that was funny to think about my whole life. Ooh, I also like that those stairs are very similar to the ones in Scream 5. Scream 5 actually has a lot of, like, love and appreciation for the 4th one. I see a lot of things mimicked and copied in it. Maybe that's what I should do, is live watch the 5th one sometime. Ooh, idea. I have a feeling it's not somebody with a petition sign at the door. Probably not a Girl Scout either. I don't want Thin Mints. Could you imagine if Ghostface is just like, I'm literally here to sell you cookies? I like that house. I think it's really pretty. I'd live there. I like seeing the outside of Woodsboro, like the streets. That cell phone is such. It totally lets you know like what time period that was. This is still the only time we've ever seen two two people in the Ghostface costume on screen at the same time for a kill. Usually only one Ghostface is on screen. I was like, there's two. And then I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Just how like she says. Now, I think it was really, really smart that Drew Barrymore was a celebrity and they killed her off. And then not only did they take Lucy Hale, who was like Pretty Little Liars, they took that like 90210 girl or whatever she was from, One Tree Hill or something like that, killed them. They were super popular. And now we're here with Anna Paquin from True Blood. And fuck, I only want to call her Anna from Frozen. Kristen Bell. Okay, cool. She's also in the murder across the street from the woman in the house in the window, and it's the thing on Netflix, which was actually really good. I loved it. But they take two more celebrities and put them in a kill scene. And then I know that a lot of people didn't know who like these next upcoming girls were, but I actually knew who one of them was. And my grandpa leaned over to me in this like movie, and he was like, "Chase, that's awful." And I was like, "I know, Grandpa. Shh." I needed supervision to go into the theater, and my parents didn't take me. Oh, haven't you ever? Everybody's always wanted to. This is the one scene I hear referenced all the time when people want other people to stop talking in a movie. That girl, long blonde hair with the pink peach tank top. She was in a Disney movie called Prom that came out like 2 months before this. And my grandpa took me to see that, and he really loved it. And I told him, I was like, yeah, she's in another film I want to watch. It's called Scream or whatever. And he knew how much Scream meant to me or whatever, but he didn't really like understand. He knew that it was a scary movie and that he doesn't like those, but I told him that, oh, she's in this. I need to go see it. And I knew that, I mean, I didn't know that she was going to be with Mika, but I knew that she wasn't like the main character. And I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about like, how did I pull this off? He probably just loved me so much that he just took me. But I literally convinced him. I was like, no, we have to go see this movie for her. Because I also had a big crush on her. Something about like her bangs and her cute little face. And I liked her in that other movie so much that I had watched it so many times that by the time that I was seeing Scream 4, I was like, oh my God, I already have a thing for that girl. Which is why they cast celebrities in small parts. Like Sarah Paulson. Yeah, Sarah Paulson in Bird Box. That is her. Yeah. They do that because the character is so small that when you see Sarah Paulson, you're like, oh, we already love and care about her. And then this is Jenny. Oh, Marnie. That's what I meant. Excuse me. I knew that it was Jenny that was calling. I like not prank phone calling people, but like if my boyfriend calls me, sometimes I'll be like, hello. I'll do that. I can't believe that it's literally been 11 years. I'm going to keep saying that. The score made me so scared, like growing up. I loved it. It totally fits into the Scream universe for me. And I like that 4 and 5 are like newer movies, so they feel really fun for me, really relevant for me. 2 is probably the one I watched the least because it's very 90s. That's like a good thing, and it's also not. There's just like a lot of not boring stills or boring scenes. Scream's never boring. But like if I was gonna use that word. Okay, so I love the cinematography, like the blue light of the screen and the way that it's set up. And this is actually an alternate opening compared to what happened the first time. So it's interesting. I prefer this one way better. A lot of people like the other one, but I think that's just because it's the alternate cut. Like if that was the one that had stayed in the movie and the one we're watching now was the alternate one, people would prefer this one better. They just like to I love it. So scary. Just like the first one. I like the fog in the background of the outside. I like that it looks like it feels cold that night. And everybody says that there's something wrong with like the cinematography of Scream 4, like the filter or the color or something. Mine literally doesn't look like that. Mine like looks fucking perfectly beautiful. Like no glossy, no like I don't know where people get those screenshots. Do you know that you can like adjust the filter on your TV and turn the contrast up and down? I usually have to do that with like every single show. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Oh my god, Ghostface is so scary. Let's see this. Okay. It looks bad just because I'm on my laptop camera, so it's gonna look overexposed. But I literally I literally don't see what people are talking about. It looks perfect on my end. Ow. Oh, that garage part really gets me. That's really bad. It's almost it's almost worse than Tatum's because like Tatum like gets her neck snapped and like how much can you really survive a neck snap? This girl has to live through it. Oh, and then slashed. Okay, so this is my favorite title card. And I love that right after um, the first opening kills, we get to Sydney. After the title card is Sydney driving into Woodsboro. And Sydney's never driving. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but Nev Campbell is terrible at driving. So everybody's always like driving her around in the movies. I don't know if you noticed that. Like she drives in the third one, but it's not because her character does, but you never see it. Like she pulls up at like the last second at Romans, and she tries to drive in Scream 4, like her character does, but that's a stunt person because Nev Campbell just can't do it. She's so beautiful. This is 11 years after the original trilogy, and I couldn't convey that feeling again. Like I couldn't even explain it. Like needing to see her, and then it happens again with Scream 5. 11 years. It was like it's like, oh my god, like when she enters the screen, she has an entire presence. So I just love Nev Campbell. I'm so glad she did these movies. And this felt really great because Dewey and Gail being together at the end of Scream 3 was really awesome. That's what people wanted to see. And I like that it's a real reflection of their life. I keep talking, but like that's what I'm gonna do. The trees, everything, like this looks like Woodsboro to me. And I love it. There's a lot of expensive houses in this one. This was the most expensive Scream movie ever made. So that's why it's probably one of my favorites. And it looks so great to me. Like I went to film school, so sometimes I can tell like if a movie has a lot of scenes in a room, it's like, well, because you probably just like booked a set and like did your whole movie like room movies. Like they're outside through a lot of this. Like look at these expensive streetway shots. Like they're really building the world here, letting you see. And shit like that's expensive. And people always say that Scream 4 bombed at the box office, and it actually like I don't like that. I like the idea of not the idea, but like it just didn't make back its budget because it was the most expensive one ever made. When it didn't make as much as the other ones, what are you gonna do about it? Anyway, apparently, what they're gonna do about it is not make another one until the fifth one. Oliver, hello, hi. Oh my God, are you really watching? Yay! Look, I have my fish pillow. Kirby, everybody wants her back for Scream 6. Is she gonna be in Scream 6? That's the ultimate question. All right, let me see here. Ooh, yeah, someone really awesome got it for me. It's my fishy pillow. Um, oh my gosh. Hello? Jib, jib, jib. No, Jenny's dead. This is Ghostface. Oh, she better be in 6. I want her to be. I think she did amazing. Apparently, she just got into a fight. Like, oh my god, it was bad. I saw the video on TMZ. Her boyfriend's like abusive and alcoholic, and that's really hard to go through. So I'm not gonna put on like I'm not even talking shit or whatever. I don't. It's not even my place to say that. But like, he's been known and has been to court and arrested for public intoxication and being harmful to others. And the other night, he got drunk and got into a fight in public, and she tried stopping him and got caught up in the middle of it and trying to like get him off of others. She got like the fuck beat out of her as well, which is like super sad. So people are like talking about that she might not be in the film. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I hope that she goes through her personal shit, and I hope she gets that taken care of. But I also hope that they find a way to do Scream 6 with her, because that would be just awesome. Judy! Judy! Hello, Sheriff Judy. I I can honestly say I suspected her a little bit whenever I was watching this for the first time, but I mostly just really fucking loved her. I was like, wow, a fucking character that I really like that goes on. You know, I really liked Parker Posey's character in the third one, and she's just like yeeted. But this girl makes it. She makes it in this movie. Spoiler, in case anybody hasn't seen it yet. But I don't think that that would be the case. There's some deleted scenes that I think they should have kept in this part where they find the girls at the house. That would have been, it would have made it really good. More outside shots. I love this because we see Gail's house, and then the interview with Sydney. She looks so beautiful, and I love her bangs. I love bangs, and Sydney with bangs are adorable. And she's on a talk show. I love that. I love that she's just like talking about everything. You know, she's a celebrity. She's been through everything that she has. It's like she's not denying it now. You know, she embraces it. Final girl energy. That's so true. You know what? It doesn't matter. She is a final girl. Exactly. Well, she's a final girl in this one. And bitch, aren't we all final girls at the end of our lives? See, that's the thing is that Scream is a situation. You go through Scream 1, and it's like that only happened once. You're still a final girl if you make it through that. And if you've ever seen the Friday the 13th or the Halloween or the Nightmare on Elm Street franchises, then you know that almost every single final girl from every one of those franchises gets yeeted in the next fucking installment. It's mind blowing. Sydney's like the only one who's never done that. And so, yeah, in my opinion, Judy, totally the final girl. So is, what's her name? Fucking, hello, Courtney Cox? Gail, that's who it is. Oh, someone said that couldn't possibly be Woodsboro High School because the lockers are tan in the original one. And it's like that movie was 15 years ago when this one came out. I'm pretty sure a school can paint its lockers like mine did. Like one year we had red lockers, one year we had white lockers with black paint splattered all over them because those were our school colors. And then like another year they were just like all like ripped out and then put in, and they were all just silver lockers. So I don't know. I don't know why people have a They gotta just get a pick at things, I guess. There was a guy who just walked in the background with a Freddy Krueger shirt. That's awesome. Like the exact same stripes. Gail Weathers in purple. That purple suit is everything. Purple is my favorite color. So, I love that Sydney talks about this. And now darkness. Okay, my school senior color. Wait, hold on. Yeah, my school senior color were red and white, so we had red lockers too. See, only the senior hallway in my place had red lockers. Oh my god, I'm tripping over my words. Things are happening so fast. This is their first introduction again, and it's like they were friends at the end of the third one, and so 10 years of friendship, and here when you meet again, it's great. When they meet again in the fifth one, it's like devastating. But like I knew they were solidified as friends in this one. So by the time that Scream 5 happened, obviously my ears are too sorry. I don't know if like you're wondering why I keep going over here. I think I said this at the beginning of the stream. I have like a lot of hair. It's everywhere. And I need a haircut. So it just like tickles everything I'm doing. So I just keep like fiddling. It's a nervous energy thing too, I'm sure. People can't fathom change, apparently. Well, it's sad, but it's true, which is why a lot of like points in Scream make sense is because Billy can't fathom the change in his life or accept anything that's going on to him. I love how fast paced this movie is working too. Like they're right in it. Sydney's like, tell me that this is not. Come on. It ruined Sydney's book signing. This Ghostface is an asshole. I'm sorry, Sid. I could watch this movie so many times and still it's like it's so rare that I feel like it's so crazy that this has happened. Like it really happened again. They really made a fourth one. I never thought they would. Like never, never, never. The school scene, just like how Sydney was in class in the first one. The police station. I love all of this camera angles of like the camera people and like the news people. That's everything. See, the sheriff station actually looks very fucking similar to the original, if you ask me. But imagine things change over 15 years, so. Civilian interference poses many problems in a court of law. I love her. And I love Gail in this. Just her go get 'em energy. That's everything. I don't know why Dewey didn't want to like let her participate. He would have broken and bent every rule for her. This whole like being tired with your wife thing. See, that's what people were so upset about Scream 5. They were like, they really are. I can't remember what I was talking about because I just saw a comment. They can't be divorced because that's so disrespectful to what Wes Craven did. And it's like Wes Craven put in the movies what they were going through in real life, and in the fourth one, he was not paying attention to her, and by the fifth one, they're gone. Like it was done. Okay, what part are you at? Gail and Dewey have stepped into their argument at the police station in his office, and my timeline tells me that I'm 23 minutes in and 45 seconds. 40 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, so on and so forth. So, if anybody ever needs to like catch up or want to know the time things, just ask. Yes, that's always perfect. Currently at 24 minutes and 7 seconds. Um, I hate whenever I get it told once and then it's trying to remember that. Because by the time you catch up and getting it put on and stuff, times have gone by. Oh, the lemon squares that taste like ass. Or do they? Apparently they're pretty good. 24 minutes and 30 seconds. That's where I'm currently at. The scene changed to Sydney meeting Jill for the first time in the interrogation room. I thought they both looked adorable. I thought they looked related. I was so excited for Emma Roberts to take over this franchise and be the new final girl. They planned that at the time, especially with the marketing and everything. She was supposed to be how like Halloween 4 was a thing, and um, what is her name? Danielle Harris played Jamie Lloyd, Laurie Strode's daughter, and held that. And they really, really heavily were trying to make it seem like that was gonna go here. No, Judy's lemon squares are amazing, and I know it. Or they taste amazing, and I know it. Oh yeah? Well, make me some sometime. There. We'll see. She's so tiny here. She reminds me of my bird. I have a bird named Betty Bird who's little and white and blonde and blue-eyed. And I mean, my bird isn't blue-eyed, but like, anyway, yeah. Judy looks like Betty Bird to me. And then this girl outside of the police station, Sydney's publicist, total fucking chotch. What a horrible person. Like, happy about murder. Like, there's a difference. Like, I know a murder podcast, and it's called My Favorite Murder, and Rebecca totally just is not. She's just a fuck. She's just a fuck. It's like you're even getting on Gail's nerves. I love Gail. She's such a powerhouse, and she is the moment. Like, she was never dropped off the face of the map, and look at how great her hair is. She was like, I'm really making a statement compared to the fact that the fucking third one, my bangs were whoop. My tarnished brand. Whoop. Yep. I love that scene outside. Perfect. See, in this one, they've got that a bunch. Really big budget. I fucking love it. Really big budget. Stay sexy and don't get murdered. That's what Sidney Prescott's done for the past 25 years. Sidney Prescott's pretty sexy. So suspect number one. When I first saw this, I was like, fuck her, fuck that bitch, fuck that old hag. You're Sydney's aunt, which means that you're Sydney's mom's sister, and you look like a fucking wreck, dude. Check yourself. I'm like, you're insane. You're totally the killer. I thought she hated Sydney. That was exactly what I thought was going on. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get better. I love that he quotes her book in this one instead of Gail's. And I loved this scene, them just sitting down and Sydney being like, this is weird, right? Like this is scary. Can't believe it. Like, I thought that shit was shit from the past, man. Like, I'm an adult now. Like, he's looking at her and he's like, it's nice to see you, Dewey. Been through a lot together. That's one of my favorite lines. I can still see the little 17-year-old in her, in that face. Man, I've got a crush on that kid. Nev Campbell, I want to marry you. I know you already have a husband and adopted children, and I'm like so young and I'm gay, but whatever, because I love you, so I'm sure we can make it work. How about I totally also thought it could be Trevor, even though that was the boyfriend angle again. I was like, they're not gonna do that. Like, but they totally did. But I thought they were totally gonna do it. Anyway, that doesn't make sense. I totally didn't think they were gonna do it again, but I also thought it could be him. But then when it wasn't, I was like, okay, makes sense. So when the fifth one came around, I was like, there's no way. I was like, boyfriend is tired. Boyfriend is not tired. Boyfriend's pretty fucking energetic and whatnot. Officially in person. I'm thirsty. I need to grab like water or apple juice or something. So I'm gonna be right back. But please keep watching screen for me. Hello, I'm back. Okay. Yeah. I think that it's a really sad moment that she doesn't remember Judy. Yeah, Judy. I sure as shit did. But I really love that. Well, it's nice to see you again, Judy. And she really appreciates her presence. It would have been nice if Sydney and Judy got to see each other again in the fourth or in the fifth movie. I like the song that's playing right now when Olivia's pulling up to her house. Foreshadowing to what is about to happen. Eek. This movie is going by so fast. Only like 30 minutes into it. That's insane. If you look at those books on Jill's shelf, it's like analysis of a serial killer, like medical books, things like that, and horror movie history books. It's insane. This is probably by far what everybody calls the best kill of the franchise. Well, everyone likes to say that that's Drew Barrymore, but it's usually Drew Barrymore, Tatum in the garage, or Olivia right here because this scene is just set up so brutally. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't doubt that. There's yeah. Sometime when you've got a free minute, we'll pause that and we'll go look at that. That immediately was like, well, it can't be her. She's not even allowed to go to the goddamn stab movies. God damn it! I should have known something about the fifth one. Now I'm pissed. Destiny! Ah! Hi! How's it going? Oh my god, you're such a Scream fan. Nice to have you pop by. How are you doing? Destiny and I, oh girl, don't even worry about it. You've seen this film probably 100 times. You're so busy doing so many damn things. Um, and we're only like 30 minutes in. Literally, let me look. It's at the Kirby part where she's on the phone with Olivia's killer. 33 minutes and 50 seconds. So it's like literally nothing. Um, I'm awesome. I'm excited. We're supposed to have a stream coming up soon, so I can't wait for that. I figured maybe we could just talk about like funny topics. I'll try to come up with like a bullet point list thing and ask you stuff, and you can ask me stuff. And we'll catch up and talk about things. Um, but yeah, that's supposed to be happening on like April 20th. So stick around for that. Ooh, slicing someone open. Well, that's kind of why I put this movie on. So it better be time for a kill scene. So, Destiny, if you're still here, how do you feel about this movie being 11 years old? I can't even believe like the fifth one's out already. I can't believe I have it on DVD. Like that's insane. Um, Destiny is the bestiny. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's so goddamn scary. Oh, seeing Sydney being like immediate. Ooh, see, that was brutal. But I think the one in Scream 5 was harder. This girl obviously gets killed harder. But I think just the hand stab was better in the fifth one. Oh god, yep, that's bad. Jenna Ortega didn't go through that. Oh, she didn't go through that either. Oh my god, Sydney is so upset. She's trying to get this to stop. She is in action. This is the first time that she's like running towards these things to stop them. This is why this installment is so important to me. Like she needs to get this done. Whereas to wherever other installment, she's always faced with Ghostface. Scream 4 is the first Scream movie I can remember watching for the first time since I was a little bit over or older, maybe. I remember watching it at my mama's and by myself being so happy. She does face her fear head on, apply directly to the forehead. Oh my god, stop. Um, yeah, I can't even speak right most of the time, let alone type right. Oh gosh, lots of blood. That's insane. That's an insane kill. Um, anyway, Destiny, if you don't know, Oliver loves you, and he is my significant other. So every time I talk to you or do something with you, he's always there for me with that. And so he thinks you're pretty cool. He likes your makeup. He likes when you did your makeup like Scream 5. Liv, his mom wants to do his makeup like that. Olivia's death scene is brutal. It is. It's so bad. They did that to make a point. That's the first time she gets on the phone with Ghostface in 11 years, and she says, "What? Fucking what?" Damn. And she's getting fucking the shit whooped out of her on these stairs. This is so actiony. This is insane. How do people not like this movie? I'm literally so dead at the fact that people don't like this. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll have to send her your picture so that she knows what to look at. That's probably the bloodiest one of the franchise, no? Let me think. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Like, yeah. Like, definitely 100%, I would say. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, Destiny, if you ever come into LA, please do my makeup. Oh my god. She is the best at special effects makeup. Like, she has put like skin around her eyes, made her whole face look like a pumpkin before, or like slashes or stitches or like zipper face. She's done all that shit. She would be so good at that. Anything you want, whether it's just like whether you wanted like makeup or whether you wanted like special effects. Like she could do all that shit, I'm sure. She said, yes, I would love to. I'm excited to see what you do for Halloween. I'm always excited to see you around costumey time periods. Oliver, you too. Oliver made his own Cruella outfit last year, like from scratch. Okay. Oh, my hair is so long. I need to cut it. I don't understand how it works anymore. It's like not laying how it should. See more outside scenes. I love that. It looks like Woodsboro. This looks like Woodsboro to me. People said that Scream 4 didn't have a lot of chase scenes, and then that's insane. There's been one, two. Yeah, okay, so the opening, one, two, and then three, just there. Three. Oh, plus like a little coffee shop scene that was like intense. So there's already been like a lot of fast-paced scenes. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't think that. Also, like this whole subplot of Gail being and doing the things that she does is so funny, so campy. So like, ooh, girl with a little like recorder trying to get her shit done. Um, we can do glam, SFX, or both. I know. I've stalked her Insta, LOL. That's amazing, Oliver. I want to get into making my own costume. Yeah, he's really good at that. Like, made it out of paper. Oh, I wish you got more Adam Brody in this movie. I know. I actually didn't even realize it was him when I was 13 watching it. And I thought it was going to be one of the friends. I didn't even realize he was one of the cops. I kind of like how the cops are somewhat characters in this movie, but in Scream 5, it's like, no one gives a shit about a cop anymore. Like literally, those cops are just there to make a point. Oh, let's see what's going on in the world. Oh, someone else that I subscribe to YouTube and watch is going live right now as well. His name is Killjoy Jake. I watch his videos a lot. Yeah, me too, Destiny. And he's streaming right now talking about Scream 6. Are our expectations too high? I think that that could definitely be a possibility. I think a lot of people have really high expectations for something that, I don't know. That totally could be a thing. I love that they set up the hospital in this movie because it's so important, especially for like the fifth one. There's a lot of scenes here. The outside with Gail we just had. Now we're inside with Rebecca. We have some other scenes here, and then like at the ending, fabulous. And so the fact that Woodsboro Community Hospital is like a place where Ghostface is just regularly, that's insane, right? Like why? Like not even the place you're supposed to be the safest. And that right there actually looks very similar to Scream 5 where she's coming out of because all of these brick pillars. They must have paid attention because when they did their location scouting, things feel real to me, like how they're supposed to. I always thought that she was going to get killed in the elevator when that happened. Oh, fishies. Fishy, 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 fishy. Have you listened to the director's commentary for Scream 5? Yes, I did. Whenever I got it on Blu-ray, I literally woke up the day that it was available at like 9 a.m. and went to Target and grabbed it. And when I came home and watched it, mind you, I've been watching it on Paramount Plus for forever now. So when I bought it on DVD, the first time I watched it, I played it with the commentary track, and yeah. And then that won't be the last time I watch it with the commentary track either. I love shit like that. The commentary track for Scream 4 is Wes Craven, Emma Roberts, and Hayden Panettiere. And that makes me happy. Vouch for this? What are we vouching for? I move on so fast, sometimes there's lags. Oh, yes, you can vouch for the fact that we did the Scream thing. We woke up so early to storm Target for it. Got 4 copies. Should be one. Literally the only ones there. Like, who cared at all? It was really fun. I wouldn't trade that day for anything. I like that there's a car scene in this. Because I feel like there is the car scene in the first one where she's stuck with the killer. And then it happens in the second one as well. That's how my grandpa yawns. Ah, god damn it. See, I love the mask of this fourth one. I think the Scream 4 and 5 masks are my favorites. Like, especially in the opening, whatever they used for that one. I love that mask. I'm, I'm not a big fan of Scream 2's mask. I like Scream 2, I do. It feels like I'm always saying something not great about it. Something else I appreciate in the Scream movies is that it doesn't do things too much overdone. So we visit new places and new worlds and new things. There's new kills and new stuff. And so that's why 2 and 3 are fun, is because it's in different locations. But even then, they do it in a different way, especially with like the third one, Sydney's house being recreated on set. So in this fourth one, they have this whole like parking garage sequence, and that's where Kill is. And that's really, really cool because then in the fifth one, there's like a hallway in the hospital where someone gets killed. And I like the fact that they explore different parts of the world, build it more, build it bigger. We've already seen these parts, so like we don't need to see them again a bunch. Like that's what I liked about, even though Stu's house took place in the fifth finale. Yes, we're in the living room and in the kitchen still, but there is more around where other things were happening too, especially with like Chad's scene outside. They explore different territory, and so I love that, especially with this and the fourth one, because we're so used to Woodsboro being this tiny little town, and we didn't really see the hospital in the first movie. So I feel the same way about it. Well, that's because when I'm making a list, it has things that the other ones don't. It has longer scenes that don't always keep my attention. It has visual scenes that are in like some of the rooms are very just plain rooms. It doesn't have an opening call. Nobody gets called in the opening, which is weird. It's the only Scream movie where that doesn't happen. The mask sometimes looks like the rubber part of the mouth is bent a lot, and that upsets me. I don't know why. Um, but it's also still really fun, and I still really like it, which is insane. Because it's like I feel like Scream 2 is like a 4-star movie, but it's like it's Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm really happy with it, but I do have my nitpicks about it that I don't have about the other ones. It's hard to explain. Scream 2 is really fun. Beyond Jamie Lee Curtis, forget Linda Blair. I love that line. They mention it right to Sidney Prescott. She has the same hairstyle as she does in the first one. I love it. How do people not like Nev Campbell? That blows my mind. People who don't like Sidney Prescott on top of that, that blows my mind as well. As immortal as you. Charlie's wearing a flannel right now. What does that tell us? Does anybody know what that tells us? I give it a 4 out of 5 as well, but there's something about it that doesn't pull me in as often as the others. Same, like I love the CC scene. I love Sydney in it. I love the Gale and Dewey plot line. But when it comes to like the other characters, it's not always there for me. And the killer reveal in that one is not my favorite. Red flags, yes. Who is it? Billy, Jill, and Richie all wear the same plaid shirt. But Charlie right here is wearing a variation of that plaid shirt. So the only people to wear plaid usually aren't good people. All 7 of them back to back, and it's tonight at the original movie. So you have to call it off. A Woodsboro party about the stab movies, and Sydney knows about it? That's insane. They didn't get enough credit for this scene. I think the acting in this scene is awesome. Like, Gail does awesome. Courtney Cox is fucking awesome. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Awesome. Awesome. Boo. That's a joke for someone if they're still watching. Boo. And I love that it's getting dusk. Yay! Jill and Sydney are my favorite characters, and this is my favorite incarnation of both of them. This scene is my favorite scene, I think, in the Scream franchise movie. Maybe our favorite scene of the movies in the franchise. So sorry if I'm like really like awkwardly silent. I'm just like sitting here like not saying anything. And it's funny because she really doesn't have any idea how she feels. Isn't that funny? But I get how I feel like, I don't know. This is for her speaking to me. Sydney has always spoken to me. She's always spoken to my soul. I want to have a stab-a-thon so bad. Oh, girl, we will have a scream-a-thon. How about that? If you can't fly, I smell road trip. Boo. You know what Ghostface does? Boo. Pops up on people. Boo. You dead. Boo. 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 That's a really hard thing to explain. It's just funny. It's just funny. Boo. I'm here, but I'm also walking around CVS and I run into like sick things. No, pay attention to your stuff. Get your stuff done. You can totally just listen or log off. You don't even have to stay. Thank you. The road trip. Well, Destiny lives in Texas, and I'm scared to go to Texas, but I would do that for her. But if she wants to come to California, I think that would be fun because we could take her to see the Chinese theater, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the ocean, the Hollywood sign. Um, oh, I could take you to some of the Halloween houses and the Nightmare on Elm Street house because they're like a couple of streets away from me. Oh, well then, fucking. Here's what we gotta do. Yeah, yes, yes, I love that. And on top of that, let's go fucking pick up Destiny. Yeah, well, let's go fucking pick her up. When gas prices go down. Yes, it's really cool out here. I love it. This barn, these trees, this location, it's everything. I love the Woodsboro feels like a farm town. That's what the first one always felt like to me. And the fact that this is a barn here, I think people underestimate that. I mean, it can be faux show, but Texarkana. Oh. Well, that's what I'm saying. We should do a road trip and pick her up, and I don't know. I don't know. We got to do something. We're all gonna live lives till we're like what? I don't know, long enough to make a plan of something like that. Oh, Oliver, have you seen The Town That Dreaded Sundown? I think he has. Maybe I have not. I don't know if I want to start with the original or the remake because I've not seen them. Although last time I went to Texas, it was to visit a friend who lived in a place called White Settlement, and that did change my mind a little bit about that. Ooh, a Stabathon. It says a film by Robert Rodriguez, and then it says Stab. And that's because he was brought on to film the Stab footage, I think. I think back in like 1996 when they did that for Scream 2. Never seen the movie, but I know all the info on the actual crime is based. That's okay. That's what it is. Because you were telling me about it. Ooh, Gail going up here. This is one of the best Gail scenes. I haven't had a Gail danger scene like this since Scream 2 with her that sounding booth. And I love that she puts cameras on the party just like she does in the first one. I thought they were going to show us the footage from Scream 1 in Scream 5. I thought they could still do that, bro. I think they should have Gail looking back at it. And like, I'm looking back at all these old things for whatnot. And they find like a third person running around, like putting on the ghost face mask in the third movie. And they're like, who the fuck is that? Like, who the fuck was that? And then that's why all of these things have happened over all of these years. So maybe it's not Matthew Lillard, but like, it's just like, I don't know. I've always wanted to see that footage that Gail shot, that camera that was underneath of her thing from the first movie. I would love that. It's really good. The original is a bit slow, but the sequel slash reboot is fucking insane. I recommend both, especially a double feature. Oh, I love double features. Oh yes, that sounds good. At Chase, do you have those on DVD? I don't. I do not. I sense a DVD store visit. Oh, we're driving outside in Woodsboro. Love that. I want to go back to that one DVD place where I got my Scream box set. I mean, that one where I got the Land of the Lost box set in Pasadena, that was cool, but I didn't, I got what I wanted from there. Oh, well, I'm sure we could buy them on Amazon Prime or something or rent them. But sometimes they are on like Amazon Prime. Wait, nah, that place was expensive and far. The Pasadena one, yeah, no, I got everything I needed from there. I want to go to the Cinephile one where they literally had like dollar. I bought a Scream 4 DVD from them, and it was like $3. It was in, like, brand new condition, like, that's insane. We for sure will go back to Wednesday. Oh, thank God, please. I'm itching to. I would love it. I would love to do that. I believe they're on streaming somewhere. I know I watched the original on Tubi, and I think it's on Shudder as well. I can't remember about the sequel though. Maybe Amazon. I think it's right. I think Amazon Prime is where I saw that. Ow. I would have killed to have been an extra right there. That would have been amazing. Oh no, Gail! Don't hurt Gail Weathers. That's my Gail Weathers. Hi, I'm Gail Hailstorm. Seeing the big ghost face out front, it's insane. I think people don't take this movie for face value because I really love it. Oh my god, it's just so much fun. The colors, the picture, the images I'm seeing, the locations. This one really feels like Woodsboro to me. And that's what I like about the fifth one is it feels like Woodsboro, even not even more than this one, but just as much as the original. Like it definitely has like the color temperature right as well. All right, let's plan it for this coming week, Moser. I'm always free, except for when I'm working. I forgot what we were talking about, but it was probably the Woodsboro thing, or is that it was underappreciated? Oh, now she's getting chased by Ghostface, Gail with the hay bale. I thought she was done. I thought she was gone. I was crying in the theater. I literally was so worried. I was like, Courtney Cox is such a big name. I didn't think she wanted to be a part of this movie anymore. Oh my gosh. Ghostface in a barn. That's a crazy thing. That's a crazy environment. I love that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I was like in a trance watching that. Oh, being an extra. Yeah. My eyes just like rolled to the back of my head. I saw that on my camera. Ugh. Yes, Dewey, a webcam. What you act like you don't even know that I'm a bitch. I was the original social media mogul. I love barn horror. Well, you just picture like Ghostface being in a barn, and it's like, oh wait, they've done that, like, and people don't give this movie credit for that. I also love this kill scene that's about to come up right here because it's one of the times when the Ghostface costume looks like the Grim Reaper to me. Is Have you seen X? Is X different from Project X? Oh wait, the new movie X. All right, yes. Okay, so the movie called Project X was like from 10 years ago. It's a party movie. There's a movie called X, like just X. And it's about Jenna Ortega being like the assistant to this like people filming adult films, like porn films somewhere or something. And I'm assuming something goes wrong, obviously, because it turns into a slasher. I want to see it so bad, but I get nervous about like sexual movies. It's like, ugh, ugh. Like I don't know, like horror can be so many things. I don't want to be sexually terrified. I get that enough in real life. Everybody does. Human beings are just vulgar to each other. I love Sydney in the blue, and that she's drinking tea. I drink tea a lot. Ooh. Someone's liking my Instagram stuff. Someone's liking my Instagram stuff. Someone's liking my Instagram stuff. Either way, look, that was like a little paradox of like when it was like filming a film. I'm tired, which is why I do things early. Oh my god, Sydney's so beautiful. I want to touch her hair. It looks so soft. Could you imagine the confidence you would have just being Sydney Prescott? Maybe not. I just realized, I mean, look, everybody dies, but like obviously she like must feel comfortable in her own skin. She must get that she's beautiful. Like, does she not? I don't know. She says, "It's so fucking good. There's quite a bit of sex, but I think it's with the context that." Okay, okay. All right. Okay. I still am interested. Oh my god. That knife right through the forehead scene just happened. And now Ghostface is standing there. Look, murdered in the middle of the street. At nighttime, but like murdered in the middle of the street. Like that's insane. Like the only other time that happens is in Scream 5, and that's scary too, but it's scarier because it's in broad daylight. Man, you take out the cops, not much else to do except get yo shit done. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Yeah, yeah, that's important to ask. Yeah, me too. It's so menacing. That's literally what you just said. It is. That's a perfect word for it. It's just like I feel like they were just relishing or like sitting in that moment. Thank God. Okay, because I am that person that's sensitive. The little head tilt. Yes. They do that head tilt in the fifth one a lot. Also, this moment that's coming up where Sydney and her aunt have to push Ghostface out of the door. I love how they recreated that with like Jenna Ortega having to like push him out of the door. This scene right here, favorite Ghostface call. Your one and only skill. She knows that's not true. The head tilt always gives me chills. Ooh, and that's not easy for you to get. Anytime a villain does a little head tilt, I get a little aroused. I don't know. Girl, same. Oliver probably feels the same way too. Everyone's like, how would Ghostface know what channel it is? How would he even know? It's like, okay, well, obviously it's someone in Sydney's life, and wherever they are, they're going to know what channel the news is on. So of course he knows what channel to tell her to put it on to. Like, also, Gail's incident was just right there in the news. That's how Sydney found out about it. So later on, whenever they're like, how did that person know that that happened to me? Maybe they're the killer. Like, that has always been hard for me because it's like, they literally said on the news that you were stabbed in the shoulder and sent to the hospital. And now suddenly that's how you catch someone in a lie. I don't think that's it, sis. Tilt. Tilt. Mine does too. Ah, Gotta love a good ghost face running up to the place for a chase scene. Ah. See, there's the scenes where he's like, look behind you. I don't have to look behind me because I got a wall. Don't ever put your couch up against not a wall. Or damn, that's a long knife. I have one. It's like this big. I like put up my thing like this because I was still looking at the TV and I looked down and I was like, oh no, it's more like that's like longer than my head. Force perception. Weird. If your couch isn't against a wall, you're brave. But like, why even chance that? Why chance it? Judy, I want to eat your lemon square, Judy. Save me from Ghostface, Sheriff Judy. I love this because Sydney doesn't trust anyone or anything. And the cop says, stay here. And Sydney is watching. She's gone. Yep. And now the reveal that she really is gone. I love it. She is not going to wait there. Of course not. She's fucking worried. She's got somewhere to be. She's gone. It's amazing. Judy. We're going to leave this up for a minute because I love that. That's one of my favorite parts. I don't know why. Hello, Sheriff Judy. Who is this? I think you know. I'm a fan of scary movies and knives. Oh, yeek. Kirby's house is huge. This is another Woodsboro House massacre. What if Scream 6 we return to Kirby's house just like we return to Stu's house in the fifth one? So it'll be like, we're like, Kirby, please help us. And she's like, no, don't you know that I have to stay in this house for script reasons? I'm really having fun with this movie. Makes me want to watch Scream 5, but I still really like this. That's just because Scream 5 is new right now. I'm like itching. No, but also just because it's the next one and like I can't wait to see it. Because for a while you couldn't just put on the next one. Um Also something that is probably like way off topic is that the Titanic sank today and there were a lot of people that lost their lives. And so it's nice to remember them and send them a good thought and just a wish to want to be there for them in their moment of need. She's like, what? Is this my screen? Yep, my screen. I did not text Yuri. Yes, I think her scene is. Not to mention, I literally jumped out of my seat when that happened. I had no idea. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't want it to happen. I really liked her. Really? Yes, Hayden Panettiere. Really? I just looked like the Brandon James mask when I was yawning. I was like, they're dead in their car. You know what I want to watch? I want to watch Jurassic Park because that new one is coming out, and Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies ever. I saw that you just recently watched that. Yes, it did. I'm always spot on. I know, and it was the mother aspect. It was like the fucking intenseness of that pissed me off. Not pissed me off, but it was like, oh, it really hurt me. Yes, yesterday for the first time. I'll have to ask you about that. I want to know all about it. I want to know everything. There's so many people that have that stab shirt that Robbie has on right now. It says streaming. That's so crazy. That's held up so well. I had no idea what streaming was when I was younger. I'm literally streaming right now. Oh my god. Ah, Wes Craven is a genius. I think so too. I like that it's quick. I like that it's quick because he was a shit talker, and it's like, oh really? Because it only takes a second for you to not. Mr. Big and Bad wasn't so big or bad. I love Jurassic Park. It was so cute. That response is so you. It's actually probably so me right now as well. And you're currently streaming at a. Okay, I'm good. And red right hand too. Oh, yes. Okay, so there's another YouTuber guy named Jake, Killjoy Jake. He is making a short film called Red Right Hand, and I think that it sounds like it's going to be really good. So I'm excited for that. I watch his channel all the time. I think I said that earlier, but I do because it's true. There's not a lot of people I like, and that's not because I'm like one of those people. It's like I'm not a snob. It's just like there's just a lot of people who say really awful things. I cannot even believe some of the things that come out of people's mouths publicly. um, so, ugh, Kirby, don't kiss him. He's so gross. Yes, his fan film is going to be from the killer's perspective. I even like backed it up on Kickstarter because like I read a little bit about it and I just thought that it sounds like it was going to be really fun. And he lives in Ohio, very similar to where I used to live. Um, like I literally lived like a couple hours from him, and I know just like wanting to not be in Ohio and like wanting to make films from there. So yeah. Oh, because the Culkins all have that thing where it's like they're like I don't know how or why they're attractive, but they just have something. Charlie though, ew. Also, everyone's like, he's the first gay character. I don't believe he was gay. He was talking the whole fucking time about having a crush on Olivia. I'm pretty sure he was just trying to be funny or like think that that would save him last minute, and it didn't. I don't know. I don't see him as being the only gay, but no. We all thought Ghostface was going to be behind him, and then now that he switched back around, we thought Ghostface is going to run up behind him again. Now the camera's not pointed there, but it's like, oh, fuck. That scene has held up so well. But if you did something like that now, people would call it too teen, teeny, like too Scream MTV. But I think that that's terrifying to receive videos of yourself. I also have this admission where it's like, of course, I don't want things to feel too not whatever, and I don't want technology too much to be like too teeny boppy or whatever. But Ghostface is a phone call killer, and now that everybody has phones, like that makes him so much more accessible. Like that makes him scarier to me. That's another aspect I think you'll appreciate in X. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of us in that sense of wanting to get out of where you're from. Yes. I definitely think he was either just trying to save his ass. I don't think he was together. I don't think. And Ghostface is confused. He's like, "Excuse me." He's like, "What?" Oh, I love that Sydney's right there. And she's like, "I don't give a shit. Come here. You have to go. Come with me." Poor Robbie. Sydney tries to shut the door and run upstairs. Do you remember? There's a Tremors poster on Kirby's wall. I love the Tremors movies. I want to do them. Dead Meat just started doing the Tremor series and they finished up, and it's like now I want to do the Tremor series on my channel. I don't want people to think I'm copying though. One of my favorite shots in the entire franchise is with her underneath the bed and the boots walking by. Love that. Zoran killed it. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm could be misunderstanding. That happens all the time where like if I'm not exactly thinking about what's going on or so explain to me what you mean there because I totally could just be having like a I don't even want to say like a dumb blonde moment because I hate saying that about blondes, but like I could totally just be like having like a stupid moment. Or I might not even get the reference. He covered the Tremors movies on. Oh, him. Okay, so cool. So I just didn't realize who you were referencing. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't hate I don't hate the channel without James, but like I want him back. I hope he does Scream 5 because he's done the first 4 Scream movies, but like I totally don't want people sharing content and sharing things like that. That's awesome. There's more than one morning show host. There's more than one news anchor. There's more than one people who do everything. So I totally don't mind things like that. Yeah, I like him. I think he's funny. Maybe he'll be in Scream 6. Oh my god. Would you not like shit yourself if like James and Chelsea were in Scream 6 like as themselves? Well, their characters in the thing, like their whatever their channel is in their universe, where they're like at their house, like getting ready to stream or something, and Ghostface like breaks in and kills them for like talking shit on the movies. I think they should. I think how cool would it be if, with the opening of Scream 6 it would be if it was like they're sitting there about to get up their live stream or whatnot or make their video and Ghostface just like comes in and fucking like whacks them off. Oh god, that sounds just like fucking axes them while they're fucking live streaming. What do you think about the fact that he's tied up in the chair just like how Steve was tied up in the chair in the first one? Get radio silence on the phone. Girl, if I could, you'd be looking at the newest killer in the next Scream film. No, I look too much like Jack Quaid. They'd never go for it. That is that's a different movie coming soon. Sydney's so beautiful. I love whenever she's like wandering around a house. Scream 4, she doesn't have anything. She has this knife. So she's like wandering around best she can with a knife. Scream 5, she's like, I got a gun, bitch. Bang, 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 bang. It's none of the above. POV. I was so stab XXX coming soon. I feel like I keep making weird faces like that tonight. It's whatever. Everybody loves how she runs down this like movie list. I do too. It sounded like I didn't whenever I was saying that. I totally do too. Just like that's just like one of the parts where like everybody freaks out. I only have like 20 more minutes left of this film. That's insane. 11 years old, and it holds up. It's such a good movie. I'm so happy with it. Have you seen Tragedy Girls? No, my friend who loves the Scream franchise watched that and told me that I needed to absolutely see it, and I, for whatever reason, have just like not done it. Fucking goddamn it, Roy Culkin. Gerby. She is a stupid bitch. Fucking went and got herself stabbed over the fucking grossest, nasty assest fucking thing out there. Child. You definitely should when you get the chance. I think you really should. Oh yeah, that's like for whatever reason I didn't watch Ready or Not until 2021, like or 2020 or something. I don't know. Like I didn't watch it for the longest time, and then when I did, I was like obsessed with it. And I was like, why didn't I do this? God damn it, motherfucking Rory Culkin again, ass fucking bitch, making Sydney drop her knife. I had no idea who the killer was going to be. And when she gets stabbed for the first time right here, and Jill takes that mask off. Oh, I was pissed. I couldn't believe it. I was distraught. I literally thought that she was doing this and like was trying to trick Charlie. Like I literally thought that this was how it was all gonna go down, and she would like kill Charlie and be like, "Oh my God, Sydney, please understand that I had to like I found the costume and I put it on pretending to try to be one of them, like trying to make a fake bargain with them. And then whenever everything came out and I saw opportunity to turn on them, I did. They never wanted you hurt. I never wanted you dead. Like I thought that's how it was gonna go. Totally did not. That's not how it went. Mm. I didn't. I've never suspected that. The only one I suspected was one of them in Scream 5. Nope, that's exactly what Destiny said. She fucking loves him. I do too, but the character Charlie is ugly. Yes, there we go. No, it's all good. Yeah. Goodbye, Trevor. Bang. I shot Cupid. Ba 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 bang. Sydney is suffering from her stab wound. She can't believe this is happening again. I can't believe it's happening again. These people are insane. I was so thrilled and enticed by this scene. And she pulls the turnout so fucking intensely. It's so well. So well done. He looks sick and I want to make him feel better. Oh my God. Oliver was going to love that. Oh, Jill, this fucking everything about her is everything. Malnourished. Yep, that's exactly right. Sydney this and Sydney that and Sydney. You were always just so fucking special. Well, I'm the special one. I literally can't even believe this. It does not feel real to me. Doesn't feel real. I can't believe they pulled this off. I can't believe this is a real movie. This really happened. This is so good. Like, why, bro? Ugh. You were the idea, man. Goodbye, bye. Useless little speck. My friends? I don't give a shit about that kid. This whole monologue. Hello there. Hello there. That's like my one thing I say. I say it all the time. It's from Star Wars. Hello there. And then in Scream 5, Sydney goes, hello there. This is so true. Everything she's saying is exactly like it holds up so well. I can't even believe it. New franchise. They may be, but my final girl days are still here and they're here to stay. And there's some yet to come. Don't tell me you didn't know this day would come. Whenever Sydney was killed by, oh my god, I literally, that's so haunting to me. When she stabbed him, she's like, don't tell me you didn't know this day would come. Like, come on, you're Sydney Prescott. You don't know you're cursed. Chills. My vag is on fire. Or no, my vag has chills. Whatever it is that Destiny said earlier. I'm jumping all around tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of people streaming. I didn't even anticipate that. Like, I didn't plan on it and anything. Like, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, fuck. It's the fucking 15-year anniversary. 11-year anniversary. Oh my god, this movie's gonna be 15 years old someday. I love this whole mutilation scene. Do you think if Scream 4 had been released today? Oh, yes. See, here's my thing. Like, if it was exactly this movie released now, like if they held it or something, Bad Baby, which was like Danielle Bergoli from like Dr. Phil, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Lele Pons, King Batch. He's even in the fucking babysitter movies. Like there's countless social YouTubers and Jeffree Star and James Charles and Shane Dawson and all those terrible people who just get canceled for doing terrible things. And Logan Paul is by far one of the worst people probably ever. And so like, yeah, this totally is everything like that. People never got that until now. And so just, yeah, 100%. This is everything. Good Real Huntings. Oh my gosh, I will have to stop by their thing and say hello. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm streaming right now as well, watching Scream 4 for its 11-year anniversary period. I'm so glad you guys are getting so far on your subscribers. Ugh, this whole fucking way she stages this scene with everything. I never saw anything like that in the theater. Are you goddamn kidding me? This is insane. They never done anything like this in a Scream film before. I was losing my mind. Everything was off the rails. Everything was unexpected. That's what they said. The expected is the new cliche. So I literally didn't plan any of this. It was totally throwing me all for a loop. I am writing their thing. Also checking in. Definitely these are. I just switched to my personal and professional accounts a bunch. Oh my god, the fact that I literally thought she was gonna get away with it. So I love this hospital scene. There's a part of me that wishes Jill got away with it. Imagine she would have. No, yeah, I totally. That's what my theory for like Scream 5 was gonna be, something about that. It would have been really genius to have kept her around for a couple of movies and then have her be like the ultimate mastermind behind it and be like, you don't want to wonder why I survived Screams 4, 5, and 6 or whatever. It's like all those things. Is because I was always the one behind it all. I had to stage my things to be blah, 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 blah. I want to see a movie where Ghostface doesn't get killed. I hope so. I don't know. Oh, God, that would be such a gut wrenching scene. Oh, yeah. I still think she could be in jail. And she totally didn't get shot in the heart. So she got shot like right here. I was like sitting down. She got shot like right here in her like sternum, and like your heart is literally like up and over to the left. So I believe it. I totally think that could happen. I thought they were gonna do that in Scream 5 whenever Dewey shot the fuck out of the ghost face at the hospital. Like they were gonna think that it's done, or is there a partner, or like, you know. I love that there's no hesitation. She's like, fuck all of these things. I'm getting up right now. And she's just so pissed. See, this hallway looks like the hallway Jenna Ortega gets attacked in. What if it's the same one? The tile is different and the paint's different as well. But remember how Scream 5 is 11 years after this movie. So I mean, I don't know if you know this, but Hospital's update. I thought they were going to do an early reveal. Yep, I did too. I'm glad they didn't. I'm honestly glad they didn't. I liked how that movie went perfectly. It was everything I ever wanted out of a movie. I waited 11 years for Scream 5, and I was very happy with what I got. It could have been different. It could have been anything else. It maybe even could have been worse. So I'm happy with what it is. Because it was literally on the news. Sydney found out you got stabbed on the news. So why is it unfathomable that Jill, whose friends, all of her friends, were at the party where Gail got stabbed? Some of them even saw it with their own eyes. So, like, you're telling me it's the weirdest thing that Jill knows that that happened? No, it's not. The killers confessed it to her. I don't know. Happy and fulfilled. Me too. Me too. The group of characters could have been something that's they could have been anything, and they were good. And that's what I like about Scream 5 is the first 30 minutes are nothing to do with Sydney. So usually the opening scene anyway doesn't have anything to do with Sydney. So they already got that off right off the bat, and it was great. And then it keeps going to Melissa Barrera's character, and even though it didn't cut immediately to Sydney, it's like I'm okay with that now because they do it so well. And there's a point in this movie where it's going for so long without Dewey, without Gail, and without Sydney. The first 30 minutes of this, where you're like, well, if they had just continued the movie like this without them, then it still would have been a really good Scream 5 movie without these legacy characters. And like, I still would have watched it. But I'm really glad that that's not how it fucking went. I'm glad that they did the Scream 5 that they did. But I'm just saying, like, after Wes Craven passed, like, there's no guarantee that the three could have came back. So it literally could have been any movie ever. It could have been like any other rebooted franchise. But they didn't. They kept continuity. And I loved it. Mm-hmm. Yes. I love when she says that. Consider this an alternate ending, even though it was supposed to end at the house. She's like, you're never going to out of this, Joe. So intense. Oh, yeah, you'd love that, wouldn't you? Judy comes in at the last minute to save the day. Oof, might as well do it now, sis. No, I'm just kidding. It's weird that in the very next one he goes, both Judy and Dewey. Fuck, man. Buckety. Isn't that insane? What are you? Deaf? Give me your gun. Even in these last minutes, she's fighting to the death. She's like, I'm fucking sick of this. Sydney is so great. This is such a great movie. I love everything Sydney's been through. You better save her for the sequel. Whenever they were casting Scream 5 and Judy, the Marley Shelton was cast in it, I was like, I knew it. I knew they were going to pick up after Scream 4. That was like my one confirmation that told me that they were going to honor it. I remember seeing this in the theaters being absolutely thrilled. I thought the ending of the movie was going to be at the house too. I had no idea that had no idea what it was in store for me. I was on the edge of my seat right now. This felt like an extension. It literally was like, it did something different than the normal Scream formula, which was everybody gets caught at the house and she gets a little further. Like I love that everything happens a little differently in every movie. It's like a formula, like they talk about. Like there's a bunch of different cakes. There's like vanilla, there's strawberry. It's the same with ice cream, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. Like there's a bunch of different things, but it's all still either ice cream or it's all still cake. And there she goes. Hicks, you're alive. Of course I am. I really love this ending too. You know how it like wraps up. Suspect. So it's pretty damn obvious. I want ice cream for you. Did that make sense? Like, I want it for you. I want ice cream for you. Scream for. Anyway, I was trying to be punny. To this Woodsboro killing spree. But did she put a stop to it? I mean, she kind of did whenever she decided she was done killing people for fame. She's like, all right, this is enough people dead for my fame. She's the last frame of the movie. I love that. History. Last movie ever directed by um, Wes Craven, and it was amazing. And I love these ending credits. I don't even mind that they're not the same as the first three or the fifth one, even though it's the only one out of the franchise that has different ending credits. It's like that's okay. I like it. Halloween 4 has different opening credits than the pumpkin credits, and that's sometimes regarded as the best opening in the series. So, anyway, that was the movie. I was so happy to be able to watch it and share all of this time just spending this and giving my thoughts. I like documenting what I'm going through, and I can't believe it's been another year. I'm really happy about this. I'm happy with all the time I've got to spend with it. I'm completely happy with Scream 5 as well, and everything seems perfect to me. So, with all that being said, I might as well have my final thoughts of 4, 5 stars for me personally. I love Sydney as a woman. I love seeing David Arquette. I love Courtney Cox. They're all so great in this. They have integral parts. They are the main characters. This is about those three as well, and it shares time with the other ones. And that's the thing about Scream 5 is that it's about the other ones who feature, the other legacy characters. Obviously, I would have loved if they were in there more, but I'm not mad at it, and it's just perfect. This is the last time that Wes Craven will have ever had something into it like that. It was his last movie. It was the last where all of them are alive. It's the last where Sydney's like the main character. It's everything. This movie's everything. It's never not going to be everything to me. So I'm so happy for it. Yes, so good. Yay. Thank you for watching, Oliver. That really means a lot to me. And thank you so much, Destiny. Both of you, some of my favorite people. And it's really great to have interaction with something I love, with people I love. So, oh, here we go. She says she loves the opening of 4 too. Everybody does. It's so great. It just sets the tone. It's so creepy. Well, with all of that being said, I think I'm probably just getting my end my broadcast here pretty soon because I have so much things to do and so many other plans and got a lot of other video content things to think about. And it's a Friday night, and I'm sure lots of people have lots of things to do. And with all of that being said, yes, one of my favorite movies. I loved Emma Roberts, one of my favorite things at the time. Yay. Lots of love for the whole night, lots of love for Scream 4. I cannot wait until the sixth one comes out. That's insane. Hey Siri, how many days until March 31st, 2023?
It's 350 days until then.
350 days. That's insane. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Check out some of my other videos. I've done a bunch of different genres. I plan to do a bunch more. Check out sometimes whenever I live stream. I have this one coming up with Destiny on April 20th. And sometimes I do location visits. Check my community tab because I post on that every day sometimes. It's really fun for me. I interact with that a lot. And thank you so much for watching, and celebrate Scream 4 with me next year.